Hello and welcome to another strategically helpful video. So today we are talking skincare, specifically my morning routine empties. So I'm going to go through the products that I have used up over the last approximately 6 months. I am going to share why these products are staples in my routine and the value that they bring to my overall skincare goals. So I'm going to talk about each product and the active ingredients that matter most to me and how those ingredients offer me benefits that align with my skincare needs. And of course, I'm going to also discuss the price of each product as well as how long each product lasts me, because those are big factors, at least for me personally, when I was evaluating whether or not it was going to be a product that I would want to continue repurchasing. So I have been into skincare since my preteens, but it was my stage 2A melanoma diagnosis that really kicked up that interest into overdrive. On top of that, I have an ADHD brain. So I have had a hyperfixation on skincare and finding the products that both suited my budget and also just my overall desired outcomes. That has been marinating for about 15 years. So I tend to lean dry, on top of the fact that I do live in Las Vegas, Nevada, which is very dry and very hot and also very sunny. So my top priorities are often ensuring that I have adequate protection like every day, all day, and also focusing on hydration and whatever actives will allow my skin to maintain its strength and resiliency while also addressing the past UV damage that I have accumulated. And that is something that I have gained a much deeper appreciation for since my experience with my skin cancer diagnosis. On top of the fact that I did attend beauty school and I was a licensed nail technician for a couple of years. And although that was a career path that did not sustain long term, it did help me gain a deeper interest in just understanding skin and the different layers of the skin and just everything that's happening with skin. All right, so I have 10 products that I use regularly, quite frequently. And so I'm going to try to move through these quickly and explain how they are valuable to me. I will also link all of these products in the description below. And if I do have an Amazon affiliate link, I will include it. But other than my Amazon affiliate link, I am not affiliated with any of these brands, at least at the time of filming. I've purchased all of these with my own money and will continue to do so because I think they are so awesome. I just think they're a really great value for the price and for what they offer, at least for me and my skincare goals. And that's the whole intention of this video, is I'm going to share how these products align with my skincare goals so that if you and I share the same goals and objectives and kind of skincare concerns, then hopefully you can use that information to decide if you think that this product is something that is going to suit you and your skincare needs. If you would like a printed out list of everything that I'm talking about, all you have to do, I will put a link in the comments below. It will be available. You can just download it on my website. And so you don't have to take notes or you don't have to kind of go in depth. Every single product, everything that you're seeing on the screen with the screen recording will be available in a printout. So hopefully that's valuable. And in return, the benefit that I get is that I have to do less editing. So hopefully this goes well. Okay. So item number 1 is the Urea Moisture Lotion by CHUDA. It is a watery essence. So specifically, Urea Moisture Lotion has 3 actives that matter most to me. So it's got urea, it's got hyaluronic acid, and it's got ceramides. So hyaluronic acid and ceramides are more of a kind of common ingredients that I think, most people are familiar with. But urea may not be as commonly known. And urea is actually the product that makes this kind of my go-to because of that ingredient. Both urea and hyaluronic acid are humectants, which means that they attract and they retain water. But the distinction here is that urea is a very small molecule. So it is actually able to penetrate deeper down into the lower levels of the skin tissue, and it's able to bring moisture and hydration down into the lower levels, whereas hyaluronic acid is a much larger molecule. Now, hyaluronic acid is known for being able to absorb 1,000 times its weight in water. And so that has a great benefit when it kind of sits on the top kind of level and top surface of the skin, because it's just these little sponges that just fill up with water, and then it helps kind of create a really supple, bouncy appearance to the skin, and it helps with kind of smoothing out fine lines and wrinkles, which is phenomenal. But for me, I want to focus on kind of supporting the skin function more so than the skin aesthetic. So I love hyaluronic acid, but Urea is it for me because it is bringing the hydration deeper down to where those skin cells are reproducing and where all the, kind of magic is happening. And I just love having both of them in the same product. On top of that, Urea is also a keratolytic, which means that it causes a gentle exfoliation of dead skin cells. So it helps to very gently encourage skin cell turnover, which just helps with texture and kind of as you get older, your skin cell turnover declines. So anything that I can do to help my skin cell turnover kind of restore back to the speed with which it used to do it when I was younger, I'm on board with. And then the ceramides in the Urea are great because ceramides support the skin barrier. And so basically all that is just a waxy protective film that kind of fills in all the little gaps and crevices in between all your skin cells. And it is both, it helps to keep moisture inside your skin and also keep bad things out of your skin. And so as you get older, your body slows down in the production of ceramides. And when you don't have a healthy skin barrier, you have something called transepidermal water loss, which basically means the water in your skin is able to evaporate out. So it causes your skin to become drier, and then it becomes this like vicious cycle that dry skin has a less healthy skin barrier, which then allows more water to evaporate out. And it also allows like rough surface and potential like cracks in kind of crevices in that protective barrier, which may allow, things that you don't want creeping into your skin. And so it kind of like feeds upon itself. So anything I can do to protect and kind of support my skin barrier, I am on board with. So the things that I will experience, and the reason why this product works great for me, is because I will experience dryness just because of my age, because of where I live. I also occasionally will have a weak or a compromised skin barrier because of the skin treatments that I get in my facials video. So whether it's a chemical peel or a microneedle or a laser, my skin barrier will be affected by that. So all of these things affect my skin barrier. So then I want to be able to benefit and support my skin barrier when I can. So next up is the product specs, both the packaging and the duration, and then also the cost and the options. So this bottle is 200 milliliters, or the equivalent is a 6.7 ounce bottle. And I got about 10 months out of that bottle. So what I do is decant this into a eyedropper kind of glass bottle so that I can control how much product I get out of it, because otherwise I just find that I get too much product that comes out of this opening and I just don't want to waste it. And then that way I'm kind of getting that consistent product every single time. And I purchased this bottle specifically on Amazon. It was $28.65 when I bought it. Once this product was gone, I actually found a bottle on eBay. Omniscious is the eBay seller. They had a 500 milliliter bottle, so that's 16.9 fluid ounces. And I got that for $35 plus shipping, which I think was like $5 or $6. So I got that bottle for $40, which is 2.5 times as big as that one. Whereas this one was basically $30 when I bought it whenever. So one of the reasons why I think that I've been so successfully consistent with all of this stuff is because I have the understanding about how all of these products kind of play together and how they benefit my skin. And so I have come up with analogies for each product because I think it's kind of like how we think about nutrition and, kind of ingredients in food. We, generally speaking, have an understanding of what protein is versus fat versus carbs versus fiber, versus all the different ingredients that are in food. And then we're able to select which foods are best suited for our nutritional goals. And that's basically the same thing that I have done with my skincare products. But there's a lot of, ingredients and everything to remember. So I came up with these analogies just to kind of put a very short explanation combined with the product. So just to help kind of hit home the value that that product offers me in my skincare routine. So I think of urea as kind of like, if you're familiar with how artists dampen the canvas before they start to paint it, because if you have kind of a dampened surface, my understanding is that your paint will kind of glide on more smoothly and it won't catch on any areas that are maybe hyper dry. And then also it helps the paint to kind of absorb evenly. And so I think of the same thing as far as my skincare routine. I want to have damp skin so that every product that I put on afterwards is able to both absorb evenly and also kind of just go on smooth and kind of have a nice clean application across the entire surface. All right, so next up is the 20% vitamin C, ferulic acid, and vitamin E from Timeless Skincare. So this is actually a part of the segment of my routine that I kind of put in the category of antioxidant and brightening. So the actives that matter to me most in this product is definitely the 20% L-ascorbic acid, and then by extension, the ferulic acid and the vitamin E. If you do tend to have sensitive skin, you might not be able to handle 20%, but you might have the opportunity to drop down to a lower percentage, or there are other derivatives available of vitamin C. But vitamin C L-ascorbic acid is it's not very shelf stable. And so the vitamin E and the ferulic acid help to offer a little bit of preservative to help the product kind of stay stable on the shelf long enough to get benefit from it. And the benefits that you get from it include it brightens your skin tone. It kind of helps to prevent pigment development. And so it's going to help to diminish your dark spots. It also helps to neutralize free radicals and repairs oxidative damage. So both of these are both basically related to the fact that when you have kind of environmental stressors or UV damage, you have molecules that'll run around on your skin and they are lacking one of the electrons that they need. And so they will steal an electron from an otherwise healthy molecule. And so that's why you want to neutralize free radicals, because you don't want kind of that process of like electrons being stolen from otherwise healthy molecules to occur. And then oxidative damage is basically just as that kind of damage of these free radicals taking from otherwise healthy molecules starts to accumulate. And that can just lead to undesirable outcomes. Having the benefit of a vitamin C, it is a super potent antioxidant, and it helps to address these two issues, which is definitely beneficial in maintaining your skin health. On top of it, it boosts collagen, which is always and forever going to be a big priority for me, and it enhances UV protection. This one is so awesome. So vitamin C actually helps your sunscreen to absorb more of the ultraviolet rays, thereby preventing it from reaching your skin and causing damage in your skin. So for all these reasons, I absolutely feel like Timeless vitamin C is a daily must. And I have confidence in all of the benefits from these ingredients because SkinMedica has almost an identical product that also has 20% vitamin C, ferulic acid, and vitamin E. And they have done tons of research on how beneficial vitamin C is for the skin as far as the product specs. So this bottle is a 1.7 ounce. I get this on subscription every 2 months from Timeless, and it costs $34.95 without the subscription, but with the subscription, you can get it for $29.71 plus shipping. So that is an incredibly good value considering the fact that SkinMedica sells their 1 ounce bottle, which is very similar, almost identical ingredients. They sell that bottle for $185 last time I checked. So definitely a huge value. And what I love about Timeless is the fact that they're really good about shipping quickly. And so this is one of the only products that I will not stock up and buy, even in the dead of summer here in Vegas when it's 120 degrees. I do try to be mindful and have a lot of this product sent outside of like that 2 or 3 month period when it is brutally hot here in Vegas, because I just don't want the actives to be exposed to that much heat. And they also have a phenomenal guarantee. I bought a product and it arrived oxidated. So it was very much it wasn't clear with like a hint of orange. It was a dark brown. It's only occurred one time in the 6+ years that I've been using the product. But Timeless stands behind their product, and I reached out to them. They said, no worries, we will send you a replacement. And it was very easy to address. So I love Timeless for all those reasons. And for me with vitamin C, the analogy that I think of is just this protective shield that is helping to boost my sunscreen, and it is helping to mitigate these bad actors in the environment that are going to further damage my skin. All right. So next up, the other antioxidant and brightening product that I have is the White and Bright 7-in-1 White and Bright Super Serum by Queen Natural New York. So the active ingredient that matters most to me in this is something called tranexamic acid. So tranexamic acid has been compared to hydroquinone, which is a pigment inhibitor that's kind of the gold standard as far as helping people address things like melasma, which is kind of these dark spots that you get. Sometimes it can be hormonal, or sometimes it can be because of sun exposure. And hydroquinone has been the gold standard, but unfortunately you have to cycle it on and off because it has had some experience with having like problems with the skin, or creating a situation where you kind of have a bounce back, and when you stop using the hydroquinone, then your melasma comes back. And so what's great about tranexamic acid is 5% tranexamic acid has been shown to be, almost equivalent as effective as hydroquinone on treating pigment. And so basically what it's doing is it's stopping your melanocytes. Those are the cells in your skin that produce melanin, and melanin is the color that you get in your skin. And so the tranexamic acid, along with these other products, including the 2% kojic acid, the alpha-arbutin, those are all pigment inhibitors. So they show up and they just prevent that action from happening. So the melanocyte is not able to produce the melanin, and then your skin doesn't get that dark spot. And so I love this product a lot. It also has some niacinamide in it, and it has glutathione. Those are also great benefits, but the number one reason why I love this product so much is the tranexamic acid. So as far as packaging, what I will say is this is another one I get on subscription. I get this from Amazon. I think this is quite possibly the cheapest product that is in my entire lineup. With the subscription, I can get it for $17.84 every 2 months. If you purchase it without the subscription, you're looking at $20.99 plus tax and if you have to pay shipping. And so as far as my analogy for this product, I think of it as a traffic light for pigment. Basically, it is preventing all traffic from proceeding, and it's going to stop the creation of those dark spots. And so for me, I will use a pigment inhibitor twice a day, in the morning and at night, because I want to do everything in my power to prevent it from even being created in the first place, because then I have to do less work to address that dark spot down the road. All right, so next up, we have the category of the advanced and innovative serums. So first up, we have the Needleless serum from Dermatology. So this is an incredibly well-reviewed product on the Dermatology website. And what I love about this product, it's kind of hard for me to pick the active that matters most to me because they are all so kind of valuable. But definitely the niacinamide in here is super important. Niacinamide is like a top listed ingredient in the ingredient deck, which means there's a certain amount that's in the product. So niacinamide is great because one, it actually helps to encourage your skin to create more ceramides. So it's helping, again, kind of address that skin barrier. Number two, niacinamide is great for helping to address kind of redness and inflammation. And it also helps to address oil production, and it helps to shrink the appearance of your pores. For me, I specifically will use this product kind of around my eyes and around my upper lip in this area right here where I kind of am very expressive and I have smile lines. And so it pairs really nicely with the Queen 7-in-1 brightening, because that one I kind of put along my forehead. This is where I have a lot of kind of discoloration and melasma, and then I come down here. And so I will come in with this and I will hit kind of like right under my eyes, right around my lips. I'll sometimes kind of go over my eyebrows. And so you're addressing your loss of elasticity, you're addressing wrinkles, and you're addressing fine lines with this. So with respect to the pricing, the 1 ounce bottle, I will get this on subscription every 60 days. But as I explained at the beginning of the summer, I will just, outside of my subscription, I will order a 2 ounce bottle, and then I will just delay the subscription shipping until kind of later in kind of the fall period. All right, so the 2 ounce bottle comes in at $119. And then the 1 ounce bottle, when I do get it shipped with the subscription, it is $55.20, and it will last me 2 months. And so as far as the analogy for Needleless, I do think of this just as kind of like my skin Swiss Army knife with a ton of different potent tools or ingredients that all benefit my skin in different ways. And so I'm kind of able to hit everything individually. All right, so next up in the advanced and innovative serums category is the Revive Ultimate Serum product. So this product, the reason why I love it is because it's got growth factors and it's got stem cells. So basically what those do for your skin is they are telling your body to produce more collagen and elastin. It's helping to increase the speed in which your skin heals if it has any kind of damage. It is helping to boost cell turnover, which again helps with texture. It helps with kind of the top layer kind of appearance. And then it's also helping with loss of elasticity because it is encouraging your body to produce more elastin. So growth factors and stem cells are definitely a ingredient that I want to have in my skincare routine because one, I do a lot of treatments in the med spa that is intentionally done to encourage my body to produce more collagen and elastin. And then I want the same message to be sent right into those cells. So all this like action is kind of working together. But I also want the skin healing part. As I get older and as my UV damage continues to kind of have an effect on my skin, the production of collagen and elastin is just naturally diminished. And so this helps kind of counteract that reality. So as far as the packaging, this bottle comes in at 1.69 ounces. And so I will buy this every 2 to 3 months. Revive is really good. You can put yourself on a notification list if their product is ever out of stock, which does happen occasionally. So I often will buy 2 bottles at a time because this is shelf stable. And so I want to make sure that I always have it on hand because of all the benefit that it offers. And especially for the price point, when you look at it and you see that one bottle is $99 with free shipping, I mean, that is an incredible value for over an ounce and a half of product, all the phenomenal benefits in this thing. And especially when you compare the SkinCeuticals product that has 12 of the same exact products. I want to say the SkinCeuticals product is like over $160. This one is $99. And then oftentimes if Revive is having a sale, I will stock up and buy as many that they will allow me to buy, just so that I can always have this on hand. And so for me, the analogy for Revive is like my skin's personal trainer. So it is helping to firm and strengthen my skin. It is kind of creating that cycle of like repair and improved function to get all of those processes really moving. So it's helping to improve my elasticity and the overall health of my skin. So I absolutely love this one. It's a really nice kind of jelly-like serum that just all of this stuff works together. I don't get any pilling or anything. Okay. So next up, we are to the healing and the repairing category. So the first up is one that has been becoming more and more prevalent. I see it a lot more often, and I am so pleased that I am, because if you were to ask me, if I was just to recommend one singular product from this entire lineup, which one would I recommend? It would be the OneSkin. And the reason being is because it's got the OS1 peptide in it. And so what the OS1 peptide has been proven to do is it targets cellular senescence in the skin, and it reduces the senescent cells in your skin to improve your skin's resiliency and longevity. Basically, in a nutshell, senescent cells are these cells that have basically fallen out of the normal kind of life cycle of a cell. So you've got a cell, it naturally kind of replicates. At some point, it stops reproducing, and then it dies, and then it gets sloughed off. That's the normal life cycle. But sometimes what happens is a cell will stop reproducing, but it won't clear out. Instead, it will stay put, and it will start to secrete this substance that then proceeds to affect and impact the surrounding cells, turning them senescent as well. And so that now you have this growing collection of these senescent cells that aren't operating optimally. They're not doing what they're supposed to do, and instead they are growing in number. So OneSkin, basically, it was founded by these 4 PhD women. They did a lot of scientific evaluation of just a host of different peptides. They identified the ones that specifically targeted this senescence situation, and they were able to identify that they can basically take cells that are otherwise dysregulated and not operating optimally, and they can reduce it. The blue clumps that you see on the left-hand image is just aged skin that has just a set number of senescent cells. And then on the right-hand side is an image of that same skin that has been treated with OneSkin, and you can see that the cellular senescence has been reduced. So the reason that this is most important to me, and I would recommend this above everything else, is 2 reasons. One is because, they have named this product a topical supplement, meaning it is kind of like giving your body a vitamin that is going to help it perform better. So much so that they have actually been able to demonstrate that they have reversed the age of skin in scientific studies, and they have been published in reputable scientific journals. So on the one hand, the product delivers on what it says it's doing. But secondly, you actually can see and feel the results. And I think that, especially for someone who is looking to develop a skincare routine that is, even half this extensive, using a product consistently and then within about a month for you to identify the benefit that you're getting from it, I think further encourages you to be consistent with your other products, and you will get that from OneSkin. Even though I had a very robust routine before I started using OneSkin, when I started using OneSkin, I noticed that my skin got incredibly softer. And I also noticed a very visible reduction in the wrinkles around my smile lines, which are wrinkles that I have been focused on for better part of basically 15 years since I started going to the med spa. I have a big smile and I tend to be very animated. And this product, I am amazed. I am amazed at how soft my skin has become since I've started using this product. And so my feeling is anytime someone gives me a compliment on my skin and asks me what do I use, this is always the product that I recommend, because I just feel like it is kind of a gateway product to open the door for everything else. Because if you see results, once you develop that habit, maybe you'll be more open and more likely to be consistent with everything else. So as far as the concerns that this helps, it's helping with UV damage, it's helping with loss of firmness, it's helping with inflammation and sensitivity. Inflammation is so problematic for every other function that your skin wants to do, that then it gets kind of off its game, and then now everything is dysregulated. So I love being able to address the inflammation, especially when I come off of my monthly facials and my skin is maybe a little puffy or red or inflamed because of whatever treatment I got. This is definitely a product that I use because of my awareness of how prone my skin is to have another incidence of melanoma or other skin cancer. So this is very important to me. And that is why, as you can see right here, there is a whole slew of OneSkin products that I use. So as far as the packaging is concerned, so you can see these products right here, this packaging with this black cap. So the other thing that is great about OneSkin is that they are very kind of conscious of packaging, and they try to be sustainable. So what they will do is, for your face product, that's this first one here, is they actually send just this kind of package and you just keep this part and then you just pop it in, and it's got the little pump at the top. So it's a perfect kind of low waste option. And then when the eye cream is sent, they have definitely tried to reduce the amount of plastic that they're using. You just pop it into this kind of outer shell, and now you've got this little eye cream container. All right, so the first product that they came out with, I want to say in 2020, they came out with the face OS1 face product first. And then shortly thereafter, they came out with the body cream. And I immediately just signed up for the subscription services for both because of the benefit that I get. I mean, my entire body suffered from UV exposure. I worked at a tanning salon in college, so I was tanning in tanning beds. So I just got UV exposure everywhere. So I use the OneSkin body every single day. I use the face cream every single day. And then I think the most recent product they came out with was the eye cream. And then they also have a cleanser that they call Prep. So I get the body, the eye, and the face cream sent every 2 months. Then with the Prep, I have it on subscription, but I think at most I have it sent like every 6 months. And even then, I'll kind of spread it out a little bit. This lives in my shower. And so I will use it in the morning when I shower and wash my face, because I know once I get out of the shower, I'm going to go right to my skincare routine. And what they advertise the Prep to be is basically, it's just kind of creating the perfect canvas for the OneSkin to really penetrate and be most effective. But you can also purchase sample options. Let's see, I think it might have fallen. So this is a sample of the Prep. There is also a little bottle of the face. You can trial it out and see if you like it, but I would just recommend, if you are at all intrigued, buy the face lotion, try it for a month. I mean, even my husband has commented that he really likes this product. Yes, if I had to recommend one singular product, that is the number one product that I would recommend. Okay, so let's talk about cost. Okay, so I get the eyes, I get the face, and I get the body all on subscription. So every 2 months, and I kind of stagger them so that basically every month I have one charge hitting. And so the face with the subscription comes in at $90. The eye with the subscription comes in at $98. And the body with the subscription comes in at $89. And then the Prep, if you do order it on subscription, it goes down to $39. I get them all directly from OneSkin. Now, although I love OneSkin so much, they actually have an SPF product that did not work for me at all. So they came out with the body and a face product with SPF. And I did try it. And unfortunately, it did not work out. It does not dry down to a kind of consistency that I was really happy with. It just stays really tacky. And it is possible that it's all the other products that I put on beforehand. But I do have an SPF product that I'm going to talk about at the end of this routine that I'm really happy with. And the tint of the face sunscreen that OneSkin offered did not work for my skin. I have very pale skin, and it was just a little too tinted for me. So the sunscreen is a no-go for me. But whenever they come out with products, I definitely want to try them because it's literally like a supplement for your skin. So now, as far as the kind of analogy, so this one I think of like a QC inspector. So that's quality control. So what this product does, it is going to locate and address the damaged cells in your skin. And by doing so, it is going to help you optimize your skin's cellular function. And I mean, what better way to maintain your skin's health and create strong, resilient skin than to get rid of any damaged cells? So I absolutely love the OneSkin. Now, before OneSkin came into the picture, the next product here, CHUDA, was my holy grails. I mean, it still is. I still love it so much. So I learned about CHUDA from the magazine New Beauty. And I want to say I learned about it in like 2016. So I've been using this product almost now for a decade. And what CHUDA is, to be honest, I really don't know. If you go onto the website, you can learn all about the ingredients in this product. But one of the things that is in there is something that they call the Remedia compound. And this is some kind of like, passed down across the centuries, whatever combination of amazing nutrients and whatnot that is in this product. But then on top of it, she's got some like beeswax. She's got some royal jelly. She's got all kinds of stuff. What I love about this is it's basically like a Vaseline-esque product, but my skin just soaks it in. And what I very clearly remember about the New Beauty magazine article that I read in like 2016 was they had a woman who was in her maybe 40s or 50s, and they showed her skin before applying the CHUDA, and then they showed it like 45 minutes after she had applied the CHUDA, and her skin was super hydrated, super plump. It was like luminous and it was supple, and her wrinkles were visibly reduced. And so for me, at the time in 2016, I was still very much aware of all of the sun damage that I'd caused and the wrinkles that were kind of showing because of all the photo aging that I had gotten. CHUDA is just incredibly hydrating and moisturizing. I use it in the morning and I use it at night. It is basically the second to last product I use in the morning. It is the last product I use at night because it is an occlusive moisturizer. So it's going to support skin repair. It's going to support cellular renewal. It helps to condition, to heal, to soften the skin, and it helps to protect your skin from environmental stressors because it's kind of creating that like protective shield. This has been phenomenal. After I get my microneedling, after I get a chemical peel, after I get a laser, it just delivers the significant, intense hydration that I need. And so as far as the packaging is concerned, they come in 2 jars. And so this is another one of those scenarios where anytime CHUDA offers a sale, I will stock up. If the 50 ml runs out, I will get the 30 ml. I mean, basically for the value, I'm happy to get either, but anytime I can, I will get the 50 ml jar. The 30 ml jar will last me about a month. The 50 ml jar will last me closer to 2 months. They are both available either from CHUDA or from Amazon. CHUDA has a store on Amazon, and you can get them both on subscription. So the 30 ml comes in with the subscription discount at $86, and the 50 ml jar comes in with the subscription at $102. But a lot of my friends have opted, some of them have sensitive skin, some of them don't have as dry skin as me. So you can purchase this little tiny kind of itty bitty package just to try it out. And then on top of it, they also have a hydrating lip treatment, which I am addicted to lip product. So you can definitely try this out if you are intrigued. And if it sounds like something that you would enjoy. And then for me, I purchased this for a trip that I was taking just so that I didn't have to take the big bottle. That's how come I have the little tiny one. The analogy that I think of for CHUDA is kind of like if you're familiar with the cover that you put over a pool to stop the water from evaporating. This is the cover that sits on top of all of my other skincare actives. It's keeping everything locked into my skin. It stops it from evaporating outward. It seals in moisture, and it's able to plump up and smooth my skin. And yeah, I honestly have to like reel myself back in to not just take a huge scoop every time I put it on. I definitely attribute this product to helping me kind of maintain a healthy moisture level in my skin. Yeah, and I don't see a lot of people talking about CHUDA, but oh God, do I love it. Okay. All right, we are on to the last one. So the last category to discuss is protection. So yes, this is the SPF that I have been using. This is the Neova Smart Skincare Silk Sheer 2.0. So this is a tinted sunscreen that really works well for my skin tone. So basically, the ingredient that is like the ingredient that makes me purchase this one over anything else is the DNA repair enzymes. But then also it is a physical sunscreen, which is definitely important to me when my skin is compromised because I had a microneedle or some other treatment. I prefer not to use chemical sunscreens on my skin because in order for them to be effective, your skin has to absorb that chemical, and then it helps your skin, avoid that UV exposure. Whereas physical sunscreens kind of create a barrier on top. And so I don't mind using a chemical sunscreen for my body because my body is less prone to have any kind of compromised situation. But for my face, I just don't like using a chemical sunscreen. So I love the fact that this is physical. I love the fact that this is tinted to a level that that's really complementary to my skin tone. But those DNA repair enzymes. So basically, in a nutshell, our body is capable of repairing DNA damage every single day. But as you get older, your body's ability to repair that DNA damage kind of starts to diminish a little bit. And so these enzymes kind of help boost that repair ability so that the amount of DNA damage that you might experience is then equally responded to by an ability to repair it. And if you don't have DNA enzyme repairs and you happen to go out into the sun, as you get older, your body is less able to kind of address and repair that damage. And so that damage persists and then it accumulates and then unfortunate things happen. So for me, the DNA repair enzymes are definitely the product that matters most to me. As far as I'm concerned, I already know my skin is prone to get skin cancer. So anything that I can do to help fortify its ability to fight off that kind of DNA damage that then leads to skin cancer, I'm on board with. So as you can see, I will cut this bottle open and make sure that I get every single drop of sunscreen out of this. So it is an SPF 40. And so I definitely appreciate that. But this is my like daily driver. Every single day I go to work right now, every single day I wake up, this is what I put on. Now, I will admit that there are occasions where I will come home and I will see a little bit of oxidation around my hairline. And so that you see like a little tint of orange. And you know what? It is what it is. I notice it and it's okay with me. I'm willing to overlook it because of the benefit that I get from it. And for me, one of these bottles will last me about 2 to 3 months. And so the cost comes in at just under $60 with a subscription. You can get this product again on Amazon. So it's just super convenient. Whenever I kind of notice that I have to make the cut and start kind of getting in to the little bit that's left here is when I will order it from Amazon, or at least kind of keep track. So I do tailor the subscription for this, again, because of the ingredients, and I want to be mindful when it's shipping and the temperature that it's shipping in. The analogy. So the final analogy for this is I kind of think of the Neova Silk Sheer as my skin's bodyguard, complete with the first aid kit. And so not only is it protecting my skin from new harmful UV damage, but it's also actively reversing past damage that's already been caused. So, so I've got my bodyguard with my first aid kit. I've got my kind of pool cover to, hold everything in. I've got my QC inspector that is finding all of the damaged cells and clearing them out to kind of optimize my skin function. Got my personal trainer who is helping to firm up and strengthen my skin, improving its elasticity and overall health. I've got the multi-tasking Swiss Army knife of products. It's just like a powerhouse of all different kinds of products in there that are super beneficial. We've got the traffic cop that is stopping pigmentation in its tracks before it's even showing up. I've got the shield that is helping to boost the sunscreen and also to help as far as brightening, and the antioxidant helping with the free radicals and also helping with the oxidative damage. And then finally, I, have the very first one that I start with that kind of helps to ensure that I get the most benefit of everything else in this product line. All right. If you enjoyed this video, please consider giving me a thumbs up. And if you specifically took something away and are excited about the prospect, let me know in the comments below. I would love to connect and find out how you find any benefit from these products. If this kind of content is up your alley, then I definitely would encourage you to check out my channel and consider subscribing so you can get more Allie in your feed. I hope to see you in my next video, and until then, have a good one.